Hello, hello. Why is this thing so high? Down. Hey, Doug. Hey, Westside.
Hi guys.
How's everybody? Indeed. Got a couple of things to go over, so I'm going to wait for a few more folks to get in here. And then we will get going. So anybody get anything good this week? Any cool finds? I got presents. I got 2 coins from Bo and a banknote from Hidden. I likes presents. Finally got 24 pennies there. Woo! I think the second quarter is supposed to get released this month for the year. And then we got like 2 more months before the Kennedys will be out. And I'll have to either order them, or if Rick gets any in, I'll get my 2024 Kennedys from Rick. Hello, lurkers. Got 7 folks on now. I'll give it like 3 more minutes, then I'll get my beginning stuff out the way, and then, like I said, I got a couple of things to go over, and then we will get going. Two minutes. So I got a big order on the way that I'm excited to get in, but I know it's going to be a bit. I'm guessing probably next week by the time it'll actually get here. But lots of really cool stuff in it. Indeed. Yeah, just rolls alone of stuff that are going to be in that order is like, let me look real quick. If I go yellow for a second, bear with me. Verifying you are human.
I don't want to verify that I'm human. I'm a robot.
How does it even know I'm human? How does it know it wasn't a robot that opened the website?
Exactly.
Doo-doo. Yeah, like the those Belgium 5 francs, the big coins. Got 15 of those on the way. I've got 5 of the Sasanian kings, ancients on the way. See, George the Sixth Canadian nickels. That's King George the Older. I've got 21 rolls. Uh, 250 more large pennies from Britain. I've got 6 rolls of 58D wheats, uncirculated wheat rolls. I have 6 of those on the way. And some other stuffs. Thank you, thank you. Now, the other thing that was getting us was just that huge dip in coin sales that happened for the first couple of months. Now things are picking back up again, so we're getting back on track of, everything that's happening now is stuff that was supposed to happen in the beginning of January, so. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get my beginning stuff out the way. Hopefully we'll get some more people in soon. All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Cachera. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bumble mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, it is an additional $35 charge on top of that. It is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. If you want your package held so that you can maximize your shipping, keep filling it up, just let us know. Send us an email, because if it shoots by in chat and we didn't see it, that's why we say send us an email. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to send us an email by the end of the night. Your email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name, so that we can put it all together on who gets what. which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Here's our Facebook link. Tonight's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We do put the lot list on there every week we have a sale. So if you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, send us an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you'll get the lot list at least a couple days before every sale, and you have the ability to pre-purchase items from that list as soon as it hits your email. Just keep in mind that just like our sales, it is first come, first serve. So if you see something you really want, don't wait, jump on it. Also, just a reminder, we have changed our policy. We're no longer charging for pre-sales right away. So if you grab stuff on pre-purchase, it will be invoiced on the night of the sale after the stream is done. All right, so something you guys are going to notice fairly early on here in the stream. I undid all of the wrenches. We had like 5 moderators, and 3 of them are like never on anymore. So I decided I'm just going to remove all the wrenches, and I'm going to give other people some chances to be Cheapskate Coins moderators for a while. So I'll be going over this a couple of times, I'm sure, since there's not very many people on right now. But so yeah, so if you've never been a moderator and you want to have a wrench and help out with moderating a little bit, let me know. And then also, sorry for not having a episode of Cheapskate Coin Talk last week. Last week kind of got out of hand. And next thing I knew, I was like way behind. Nope, I removed all of them. There are no moderators. I want to give some new people a chance to have the wrench for a while. So yeah, so this week, hey Richard. So this week I will get back to getting the Coin Talk episode. So apologies again for missing that last week. Just stopping in. Yeah, Richard, I just let everybody know that I undid the wrenches on everybody, so there are no moderators right now. I want to give some new folks a chance of having a turn at being a moderator. So if you or anybody else wants to have a wrench, let me know. And for anybody who's never been a moderator, basically your main things as moderators is just, if we get like spammers in, your job is to kill them. And then, if there's like inappropriate chat or something, knock that out. If anybody does want to be a moderator, you have to make sure that you get honest. Don't take out people's bins just because it was something you want and you didn't want them to beat you. That's called dishonest. Hey, Cindy. And Doug wants to try his hand as a mod. There you go, Doug. Yeah, Cindy, I've just been covering it. You probably noticed right away you don't have a wrench anymore. I cleared all the wrenches. I want to give some new folks a chance to be mods. So now we got Doug as a mod. And all the chats where you get that little 3 dots at the far right side, that's how you deal with stuff. You just click on that and it'll pop up a little side menu if you've never done it. All right, let's get this thing going. Hopefully we get some more people in here soon. All right, kicking off this week is we got in some large Indian cents, or some large Canadian cents. We did have a few of them already went in pre-sale. So the 1859, the 1881H, one of the 1882Hs, and the 1900H all went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off with the 1876H. This one's in a fine, going for $8. For anybody who doesn't know, the H, that's the mint mark for Heaton and Sons, which was a family-owned mint out of London. And they did coins for a few countries out there. So Canada is actually not the only country that you'll run across that H mint mark. Anybody? All right, moving on. Hey, Moose Sox, welcome. Glad to have you. If you didn't catch it at the beginning, if you want to get anything tonight, you can. You just have to send me an email by the end of the night. The email has to have your channel name, your personal info, shipping info. If you're going to use PayPal or Cash App, what email you use for that payment method so I can invoice you. If you don't get that email by the end of the night, you do not get anything. And we do invoice after every sale. So you're down to just needing 4 years and some of the varieties. Cool. All right, next up, we have 3 of these available. 2 are in VFs, one's a VG. These are the 1882H. The VFs are $8 each. And the VG is $6. Here is VF number 1. Oop, side flip. Here's VF number 2. And the VG. Anybody on any of these? moving on to the 1884 VF. Going for $8. Hey, Hidden. Oh, Richard, while I'm thinking about it, your package is done up and ready to go. So if you get anything tonight, it will be starting a new one. Oh, I never showed the reverse. Anybody? All right, moving on. Hey, Gene, welcome. Glad to have you. Next up, 1886 in VF. Over $8. And Gene, if you didn't catch it before, if you want to get anything tonight, you can. You just have to send an email by the end of the night. cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Email has to have your channel name, your personal info, your shipping info, if you're going to use PayPal or Cash App as your payment method, and what email you use for that payment method so I can invoice you. If we don't get that, you will not get anything. All right, moving on. Yeah, this isn't bids. This is bins. So it's sometimes can be a race to be the first person to get your bin in if a lot of people want the same thing. I do that because I refuse to be one of those channels that lets people bid stuff up to way higher than what it's worth. Because I want to make sure you guys are getting good deals. Next up is 1888 in VF for $8. I try. I don't want to hurt the hobby, you know? That's the biggest thing about... I understand people wanting to make money. And of course, you know, we live in a capitalist society, so making money is important. But not at the expense of being dishonest and hurting the hobby. You don't want to give new people trying to get into the hobby a bad taste in their mouth and then they never want to do it again. And unfortunately, that happens all too often. Oh, I have 2 of these. Here's the other one. All right, moving on. Next one is 1891 in VF. Does have a little bit of corrosion on it. That is a better date, though. It's still going for $8. Yeah, a lot of the dates actually have varieties. which I have not checked for. All right, moving on to the 1893 in VF. Yeah, as always, I go through so many coins every week. I don't have the time to sit here and look for varieties on all of them, so people find varieties on the coins they get from us all the time. And some of them end up being pretty good ones. We've had times people bought coins from us for $10 and it ended up having a variety on it that made it a $300 coin. That doesn't upset us at all. It just means that we know you got a way better deal. Why does it look like my light is pulsing, even though it's not? That is weird. Stop it. All right, moving on. To the 1899. This one's at a fine for $8. Indeed, sir. Do I have any wiggle on this 99? I could do 7. Thank you, sir. The last commons you need is the 95 and the 97. This one's going to hit in for 7. I'll keep an eye out for those dates. I'm always trying to get in more of the older dates. All right, next up is the 1901 in VF. Going for $8. It's the last year that had the Queen Victoria on it. All right, moving on. And the last lot for these, this is actually 2 coins that I bundled together for $6. It's a 1903 VG that has been holed. So that's your King Edward VII. And then a 1918 that's been silver plated. EF details, but silver plated. So $6 for both. It could be another Christmas ornament for you, Doug. Heck, punch a hole in that one. You can have 2 Christmas ornaments. Anybody? Both coins for $6. Going to Doug. Congrats, Doug. I have this image of Doug's Christmas tree just like, you know, all the branches on it just hanging down because they're just coins everywhere. How's Angela? Ask her. She's right behind me.
I'm doing good. Tired.
All right. Anybody decide you want any more of those, let me know. Cindy said hi too.
Hi.
Hidden said hi.
Hi.
All right. On to Silva. Richard says hello.
Hi.
All right, and since we're doing Canada, we're going to go ahead and stick with Canada. We have one Canadian silver coin tonight. It is the 1956 50 cents. 80% silver AU for $10. $0.50. At some point down the road, I'm going to have to find another manual focus camera for the overhead. Because this thing really just does not want to focus sometimes. And that is really annoying. Anybody? Going to MJ for $8. I'll do $8 for you, MJ. I'll stuff that in your package just going out this week. It'll fit in there. You are welcome, sir. Yeah, it's mostly about getting the camera to focus. The one that I used to have had a manual focus on it, so I could just, get it in real sharp. This camera's got higher resolution, but it's an autofocus. All right, next up, we got some coins from Australia tonight. First one, we have two available. It is the 1943 D 3 pence. We have one in BU for 12. And one in AU for 8. These are small, so I'm going to switch to the scope. Still getting a little bit of that flicker, so I apologize for that. God. Focus. So this is the BU. This is the $12 one. Oh. Anyways, for anybody new to Australian silver, that D mint mark, that is the Denver mint mark. We made a bunch of their coins for them back in the day. And then here's the AU. This is the $8 one. It's got a little bit of schmutz on the cheek there. Might be able to do the freezer trick and get that off. Anybody? Hey, honey family. All right, moving on. Next up, is 1939 sixpence. This one is in a VF 925 sterling. And $4. Sorry again for that flicker. I'm still trying to get that figured out. You want to do a typeset of U.S. minted foreign coins? That's an interesting idea. Never thought of that. That would be interesting, actually, because then you'd have all those countries that had the stuff made from the Franklin Mint. Like a lot of the island nations. So like Bahamas, Barbados. A lot of those countries. All right, moving on to the 1942 sixpence EF for $4. It's got some toning on it. For those of you that like that toning. Yeah, anything that's got from the Franklin Mint will have the FM on it, so you'll be able to easily know that the Franklin Mint made it. All right, moving on. Not much love for Australia tonight, I see. To the 1943 S shilling. This one's an AU for $7. Pretty sure somewhere out there you could probably Google a whole list of the countries that Franklin Mint has made coins for. I did, sir. Thank you. To my knowledge, no. I don't believe I had that one. And some of those modern ones are still pretty awesome. Like the Liberia ones, the 3/9 fine silver Liberia coins. I really like those. I think they're cool coins. I actually have one of those on the list tonight. All right, moving on. Next up is a bit older one. Yep, I let everybody know at the beginning. I removed all the wrenches. I want to give some new folks the chance to be able to be involved with monitoring for a while. Next up is 1931. So now we got Doug as one of our new moderators. This one is a 31 florin, sterling silver in VF. $15. Just look at it this way. The less work you have to do. Now you can just sit and relax. These older ones are getting a lot harder to get. We rarely ever get the older stuff from Australia anymore. Nothing. All right, moving on. Next up, we have 3 of these available. One is AU, the other 2 are VFs. The AU is $8, the VFs are $7 each. This is the AU. These are from the 50% years. And then here is VF number 1. And VF number 2. You can do a video of your Somalia African elephants coins. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Here's a question for you, Hidden. Do you know right off the top of your head without Googling, do you know what the first coin ever to feature an elephant was?
What the heck is that?
What is what?
The green.
It's a issue with the way the scope's set up. I haven't figured it out yet. You don't know? It was an ancient coin from the time of Julius Caesar. It had Julius Caesar on the obverse and an elephant on the reverse. And if you ever want to get one of those for your collection, you're probably looking at about, for a lower grade one, probably about $1,500. You thought I was going to pull it out? No, I don't have one. I've never even come across a Julius Caesar coin with the option to buy it. Those things are rare to ever see available. All right, last coin from Australia. The 1966 50 cents. BU for $14, 80% silver. All right, moving on. Man, not a single Australia went out. All right. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. I could probably work out a bundle on those too if anybody wants a bundle. A lot of this is some of my older silver that I'm trying to just blow out. So, if you want a good deal, don't be afraid to ask. All right, our one coin from Portugal went in pre-sale. So next up is Austria. Kicking off Austria is the 1964 5 shillings. 64% silver, extremely fine, $10. Moving on to the 1969 25 shillings. 80% silver proof. Only 43,600 of this coin were made. And it's going for 18 bucks. It's kind of got that witch nose going on with like the crook in the nose. I'm actually surprised this coin is still around. With how few were made, I figured somebody would have wanted it. Go back to the overhead. Pretty sure these are some bigger coins. And going to Honey family. Congrats, Honey. All right, next up. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 is the little purple bubble bailers. $23 is a large flat rate box. And if you want your package held so that you can maximize your shipping and fill it up with as much as it can hold, all you have to do is let us know. And if you do decide to do that, just make sure you send me an email. That way I make sure that I put it on the hold list. Which I always recommend to people, if you want to get a lot of coins, do that, because then you can spend less on shipping and more on coins. So yeah, it's $6 for the little purple bubble mailers, and then the padded mailers and the small flat rate box is $10.50. Medium flat rate is $17.50, and large flat rate is $23. All right. And next up's 1976 V. This is my birth year. 100 shillings from Austria. 64% silver proof. 15 bucks. Going to actually wish I could keep for my birthday year, but I can't. I do auctions, and I do they're sales. They're not auctions. It's all just buy it nows. But I do this stream every Tuesday. I occasionally have one on Thursdays. Sometimes I'll have like consignment sales or something. And then I've been trying to do it on Fridays. Sometimes it ends up on Saturdays. I have another show that doesn't involve sales. It's called Cheapskate Coin Talk. It's just a hangout, kind of an educational and fun hangout stream. But every Tuesday at right now it's, I think we're on California time right now. So yeah, it'd be 5 p.m. Pacific, which would be 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's the time I always start any of my streams typically. Unless I just jump on randomly at some point for like coin roll hunting or something. Alright, moving on. And the last coin from Austria is the 1975 50th anniversary commemorative 100 shillings. Only 301,000 of these were made. 60% or 64% silver proof. That's the one with the weird looking almost reminds me, if you guys are ever played D&D, it reminds me of a shambling mound. The big plant monster. Groot, that works too. Hey, what? Anybody wants both the 100 shillings? I'll do both for 30 bucks. That saves you $3. The 76V and the 75 50th anniversary commem. Ain't nobody. Tell you what, I'll throw in this one too. I'll do all three for 35. That saves you $8. Doug's like, dang it, I can't pass that deal up. Going to Doug. Congrats, sir. All right, next up. Are you sure, man? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I put a note on her. It's awesome of you, man. I appreciate it. I put a little note on here. Because I never... Unless it's like the difference of being homeless, I never sell gifts. So I like to make sure I put on here. From Doug Harding. Awesome. That'll go in my Austria book. All right, where was I? All right, next up, got another bit of a rarity here. 1952 5 kroner from Sweden. 40% silver BU. Less than 250K of these were made. NGC list on this coin is $50. I'm doing it for 30. which is the lowest I can go on it. This is an awesome coin. It's like almost the size of the modern silver dollar, or the silver dollars. Anybody? Someone give this pretty coin a home. Oh, also for our new folks, we do, anytime you buy something, you get entered into a giveaway, for which we do at the beginning of each month. I haven't done this month yet because that was supposed to be during last week's Coin Talk stream, which I ended up not being able to do, so that'll be happening this week. But you're automatically entered. You only get one entry. It's not every time you buy something. It's just if you get something during the month, you get entered. And then we also have another giveaway, which we haven't been able to do for a while. The last time we did one was in January. But anytime we have a sellout, then I put like, somewhere between $100 and $200 into a pot. And then at the end of the month, whatever's in that pot, I will use to go buy a really good coin. And everybody who was involved in buying something in the sellouts gets entered in for that giveaway. So far, the highest dollar coin we've given away for one of those was a $450 cat bust half. So, just so all of our new folks know about the giveaways and how they work. And just a reminder to everybody, we are still doing the sellout giveaways. It's just we've only had one sellout all year, and that was back in the early January. All right, moving on. Next up, we are going to Panama. For anybody who did catch my last episode of Coin Talk, we covered the top 6 most collected countries other than the U.S. And this is one of those countries, is Panama. Well, I mean, they are fairly close together. They're all part of the old Dutch Viking colonies. All right, 1904, 5 centésimos. Should probably start off with the scope, huh? Some of these early ones are kind of small. This is 90% silver, extremely fine. It is toned. And going for $15. Panama is a country I am absolutely eventually going to endeavor in doing a collection. The 1 Balboas, the 5 Balboas, the 20 Balboas. The half Balboas, the quarter Balboas. I like them all. There's some of the years of Panama that, I mean, the coins are in the thousands. And they made one of the smallest coins ever made, which was the one that's referred to as the pill. It's the old silver 2 centésimo. And then I think there was a non-silver version of it too. All right, moving on. I remember a day we could not keep Panama coins in. They didn't even make it to the streams. They were all bought in pre-sale. 1933, 1/10 Balboa. 90% silver VF. 100,000 of these minted. Going for $25. It does. It looks like an Altoid. It's not the smallest coin ever made. It is the smallest modern coin ever made. The 1/12 staters from 650 to 700 BC are smaller than the pill. Those were Ionia, Ionia is what eventually became Greece. All right, moving on. Man, not much love for World Silver tonight. To 1947, 1/10 Balboa. 90% silver, fine, $4 going to Doug. Congrats, Doug. All right, next up, I got two of these available. One's an EF, one's a VF. These are 1953 1/10. EF is $6. The VF is $4. Still 90% silver. Here's the EF. So that's the $6 one. And here is the VF. Anybody? I will see you when you get back. All right, moving on. And then next up, I've got three of these available. Two are AUs, one is a BU. These are 1962 1/10. AUs are $8 each. And the BU is $12. Here is AU number 1. It's got like a gold patina on it. God. Here is AU number 2. And here is the BU. Anybody? All right, moving on. And the last one from Panama is a 1953 quarter Balboa. 90% silver BU. $40. Starting to get some dark toning on it. That looks like album toning. Yeah, this one that spent some time on an album. All right, let's see. I'll give you guys a little tax break deal. One of my killer deals for the night. All right. I'm going to do a big deal for you guys. It's for tonight only. All of the Panama coins. It's 8 coins. $79. That knocks off $39 off the top. If somebody doesn't take that deal, y'all are crazy. And MJ is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. All right, so that knocks the 41 down to 20. The $12 one to 10. The 2 8s down to 5s. The $6 one down to 5. The $25 one is now 20. And the $15 one is now 10. And that equals 79. Congrats, That's a heck of a good deal you just got, dude. All right, next up. We have one coin from India. It is the 1942 No Dot 1 rupee. 50% silver, AU, $15. Trying to get the camera to see it better. This is a really pretty coin. Anybody? Takeaways, Reg. All right, moving on. Next up, we have two coins from Greece. First one is the 1930 10 drachma. 50% silver EF. NGC list on this coin is $40. We're doing it for 20. All right, moving on to the 1964 large letters 30 drachma. 83.5% silver BU. $18. That is an awesome coin. Somebody better grab that. It's nuking the camera. It's so shiny. Not looking. Well, then you better look away. 'Cause I'll do both of them for $30. That's $8 off. That means you're getting both of these for less than the list price of just this one. Dang you. Going to Doug. Gratzer. So since you already had that wedding one, you said you wanted to give that one to me too, right? I'm just kidding. Next up, one coin from Finland. It is the 1975 10 marca. 50% silver, Gem BU. $20. You don't know if you have large or small letters? I didn't even know there was a difference. This is a very cool coin. Nice, big, thick coin. I don't remember. No, it does not have edge marking. Lowest I could go on this one will be 18. That'd be it. Anything beyond that, I'll lose money. Going to Doug for 18. Gratzer. All right, next up, we're going to France. The 1918 went in pre-sale. So we're kicking off with the 2 francs. I've always liked the Finland coins. I think they're cool. So we got 1905, 2 francs. It's got that dark toning going on. 83.5% silver in fine, going for $8. Next year, this coin will be 120 years old. Hello, hello, welcome. It took me a minute to figure out your name. 710 is oil upside down. That's actually kind of neat. All right, moving on to the 1909 2 francs. VF for $12. Alright, moving on. And the last from France is 1965 francs. AU for 14 bucks. Alright, if anybody wants it, I will do all three of them. For 29 bucks. That knocks $5 off. Thank you, sir. Man, even discounted, nobody wants France. All right, moving on. All right, next up. So this is one of the countries I mentioned when I did my last Coin Talk stream. When I was talking about the top 6 most collected countries. And then I started talking about some of the countries that I would suggest other people get into collecting as one of my honorable mentions, because I really like the coins from here. I think they're great. This is the 2006 $20 from Liberia, U.S. Constitution. 3/9 fine silver proof. Going for 22 bucks. And it's starting to get some cool toning on it. So for anybody not familiar with the Liberia coins, a lot of them are very U.S. themed. And the reason for that is because back when slavery was abolished, the idiots in charge in their infinite wisdom decided, hey, let's send them all back to Africa, except for that none of them had ever actually been there before. At that point, all of the slaves in the U.S. pretty much had been born here. So the giant swath of land that was set aside for them, which ended up becoming Liberia, became known as the Little U.S. or Little America, because that's what they knew. They knew how to do things the American way, so they basically just made a carbon copy of it over in Africa. Triple E. Anybody? And a lot of their coins like this one are pure silver. 3/9 fine silver. Very nice. Of which year? Because they've done them for more than 1 year. That's another thing. I mean, these coins are good to have just to have silver because, pure silver. And these things, if I remember right, these things are what, like just right about 3/4 of an ounce? Something like that. Where's my scale? Yeah, 0.7 ounce. 0.708 ounce. So if you take current melt, sorry, a little impromptu thing here. Man, silver is jumping up. That's crazy. $28.13 is melt right now. So 28.13 times 0.708. $19.92 is the melt on this coin right now. So we have it for $2.08 over melt. Anybody? Tell you what. For tonight only, I'll drop it to $20. 8 cents over melt. And going to MJ. MJ, just make sure you get your payment in soon so that if you want all these in your packages going out, they'll be in there. And congrats. All right, next up. We got one coin from Japan. Oh, I will. I always do. This is the 1959 100 yen. 60% silver AU for $5. It's got the rice patty. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, the turkey coin went in pre-sale, so we are now to Denmark. It's another interesting coin. This one is the 1967 10 kroner, 80% silver, gem BU satin. 419,000 of these were minted, and then the mint immediately melted down 78,383 of them. This one's going for 35 bucks. So that means 340,617 of them actually made it out into the world after the meltdown. And then you figure by now probably another, 70 to 80% of them have been melted down by other people. All right, moving on. Next up, one coin from Belgium. It is the 1950 20 francs with the French text. 83.5% silver VF for $8. Ooh. Glare. If this had the Belgium text, it'd say BELGIE instead. This would be like a $300 coin. Oh, yeah, I can do it for 7. Going to Doug for 7. Congrats, sir. All right, next up, 1964, 1 gulden from Netherlands Antilles. 72% silver, gem BU. 300,000 of these minted. Over $12. That is a pretty coin. That's almost proof-like. It probably actually is a proof-like. Anybody? Not really. I'm pretty much already breaking even at 12. Going to hidden. Kratzer. All right, and the last of the world coins. You guys have seen these before. Started off with 4 of them. 1 of them went in pre-sale, so we have 3 left now. 1300 to 1400 AD German Hellers. These are known as the Hand of God coins. They are in like uncirculated condition. At $140 each. Here, let me scope these. So these were the old days of the hand-hammered coins from the medieval era. And these are basically exactly what they would have looked like as they came out of the mints back then. So these are in, like, you know, considered top condition. Anybody? These are silver. I'm actually surprised Richard hasn't gotten one of these yet. 'Cause he loves ancients. And here is the last one. Anybody? And nobody. All right. I'm amazed. This is like the 4th time I've showed these and nobody's wanted them. All right, U.S. coins. Kicking off tonight with Indian cents. The 1878 went in pre-sale, and so did the 6 rainbow-toned bundle. So we're kicking off 1865, and about good, over $5. Even at about good, these lower years are still have that premium on them. Anybody? All right, moving on to 1895 EF Red Brown. Going for $6. All right, moving on to 1907 EF Red Brown. Going to West Side, Gratzer. Oh, you wanted the 95. All right. So 95 going to West Side. So 07 is still available. So anybody for the 07? All right. And then I've also got another 07. It's an EF Brown. Has 1 out of 5 diamonds. Going for $4. All right, moving on. And the last of these is the 1908 EF Red Brown. $4. 1 out of 5 diamonds. And going to West Side. Gratzer. All right, next up is a 1943S Lincoln Steel Cent BU. Going for $8. The Steely. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next we are on to V Nichols. The 1883 with cents went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off with an 1888 and About Good going for $8. This is a key date. 1888 is a key date from the series. So even at About Good, still $8. Anybody? All right, moving on. To the 1912 Extremely Fine. Going for $20. Not often you see him looking that good. I wouldn't either. Hang on to that thing. Going to Richard Gratzer. All right, next up. Got some V-Nickel bundles. 5-coin bundle. We got in pennies. First one is an 1893, which is one of the good years, but it does have some damage to it. But it is still, you know, it's a hole filler for somebody for one of the good years. 1896, and About Good. It's got the Ring of Death scratch. Yes, Denver. 1901 in good. 1902 in good. And 1904 in good. $10 for the bundle. That's 04, 02, 01, 96, and 93. And this bundle is going to Richard Gratzer. All right, bundle number 2. Got 1893 and About Good. 1897 and About Good. 1901 VG. 1902 in Good. And 1906 in Good. Going to Richard Gratzer. And bundle number 3. Richard, if you're interested in a bundle deal on those 3 Hand of God coins, let me know. I can give you a pretty good bundle on those. Bundle number 3 is 1895. 1897. 1901 in Good. 1903 in Good. And 1907 in Good. So buy one. And the last bundle, 1895, About Good. Also going to Richard Gratzer. You're getting a 99, an 01, an 03, and an 08. Congrats and congrats. If anybody decides you want the 1888, let me know. Richard, if you wanted all 3 of those, I could do it for $330. Awesome. I gave you $90 off. That should make you happy. All right, next up. Who likes perfect coins? $2019 Jefferson Nickel Proof 70 Ultra Cameo Perfect Coin. Going for $20. A perfect coin for less than the cost of what it took to get it graded. Anybody? Oh, nobody. All right. Moving on. All right, the all of the silver dimes went in pre-sale. So next up, we got another silver coin, or another perfect coin. This one is the 2021 Roosevelt dime. NGC Proof 70 Ultra Cameo, first day of issue. Going for 20 bucks. If anybody wants both, I'll do both for 38. Or no, 36. Yeah, both for 36. If you get both, you save $4. And MJ is taking that deal. So it drops them to 18 bucks each. And we'll still be able to fit those in your package. We'll just have to switch it from being the small box to being the padded mailer. That way they'll fit. All right, next up. Very first U.S. commemorative coin is ever made. 1893. They had a 92 and a 93 of the same coin. This is the 1893 Columbian Expo. 90% silver, VF. It is cleaned, which is why it's only 14 bucks. But still a good coin for a hole filler, for a giveaway. Giving it to a kid to get them interested. With the new crazy silver prices, just the melt alone on these things now are $10.15 for 90% half dollars. Hey, Dandy Dave. Oh, all good. Work comes first, man. Got to do what you got to do. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a Rick Snow special. $19.51 Franklin half dollar Gem BU. Over 65 bucks. How many lots remaining? 2. 2 lots, and then I'll go through and do the recap of what's left. So, graded by Mr. Rick Snow himself, sealed in his holder, and going to Richard. Congrats, sir. And we got another Franklin. Just as nice, but graded by me. The 1960 Denver BU. This one has a full bell line. $28. Have a good night, man. Check that out. That is a full bell line. Indeed. Anybody at $28? Going to Moose Socks. Kratzer. Let's get out the flickery camera. And you said, Moose Socks, you said you wanted us to hold your package so you could fill it up some, right? Cool. All right, so the purple bubble mailers can go up to 4 ounces, and then after that, you upgrade to a small flat rate box. So do you want me to just charge you for the small flat rate box now, or do you want to just start off with the purple bubble mailer and then I'll do upgraded shipping if you go overweight? Okay, so I'll just charge you the $6 shipping right now. Just for that ask, some people don't like the flimsy mailers. All right, and the last lot. And then I will get to the recap. Is the 2015 Philadelphia Truman Presidential Dollar. NGC Mint State 67, first day of issue. And I'll tell you what, for today, I'll do this one also, as I did the others. I'll do it for $18 for today. Mint State 67. That is a very respectable grade. You were talking him up to me? Huh? All right, moving on. All right, recap. You guys are actually not that far away from a sellout. As of right now, you are $344 away from a sellout for all the items that are still available. All right, large Canada cents. We got 1876H, 82H, 84, 86, 88, two of them, 91, 93, and 1901. Anybody on those? All right, all of the Australia silver coins are still available. 43D 3 pence, 39 6 pence, 42 6 pence, 43S shilling, 1931 florin, 46 florin. Both of them are still, or all three of them are still available, and the 66 50 cent. Hey, however it worked out, I'm just glad he's here. The more the merrier. I always encourage everybody to invite everybody over here. And if anybody's interested in bundle prices, just let me know. Some of this stuff I can do a bit of a bundle on. All right, the 1952 5 kroner Sweden is still available. The 1942 No. 1 rupee India is still available. All three of the France coins are still available. 1905 2 francs, 1909 2 francs, and 1965 francs. The 1959 100 yen from Japan is still available. The 1967 10 kroner Denmark is still available. Yeah, one sec. Let me link these for Dave real quick. And Australia is one of the countries I can do a bundle on these if anybody wants to bundle them all up. Give you a bit of a discount for a bundle. All right, so that is all the Australia coins. Let me see how much I can knock off the top if you were to get all of them as a bundle. Oops. Let's see. I can do $63 for all of them. Which is yeah, it would have been $86 for all of them, so you're saving a bit. All right, you got it. I have your information, right, Dandy Dave? And let me double check the weight on that. I will send an invoice on PayPal. Well, I don't do it as an actual invoice. I do it as a payment request. And then you just click on the request and hit pay. And then you'll have an itemized invoice in your package. Yes, it will fit in a purple bubble mailer. So your shipping will be $6. So keep an eye on your PayPal tonight, and that payment request will be hitting usually about an hour to 2 hours after the end of the stream. All right, and then Moose Socks wanted to see the Panama. What the heck did I do with the Panama? Did the Panama sell? Oh, the Panamas are all sold. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Moose Socks. That coin is sold. All of the Panamas are already sold. All right, so World Silver, that leaves the 1952 5 kroner Sweden, the 1942 no dot 1 rupee India, all 3 of the France, the Liberia is nope, the Liberia's gone. The Japan and the Denmark. Anybody interested in any of those? All right, Indian cents, 1865, 1895, and both 1907s are still available. And then the 1943 S steel cent BU is still available. The 1888 V nickel is still available. The 1893 Columbian Expo and the presidential Truman dollar. You did get the 95. I said the 88. Well, two of them are EF, or one of them is an EF red brown, one of them is an EF brown, and the 1865 is about good. So. This is the '07 red brown. No, this is the EF brown. 1 out of 5 diamonds. That's $4 for this one. This is the '07 EF red brown. Also 1 out of 5 diamonds. I just forgot to put it on there. And then this is the 1865. About good. It'll kick you over to a large flat rate. If you get all 3. But yeah, I can do a bundle on it. $9. Saves you $4. Makes them $3 a piece. You got it. So yeah, you will be in a small flat rate box. So do you want us to hold it to maximize your space or just send it on its way? Yeah, I can hold your package till you pick up a few more. All right, anything else? Anybody else? So yeah, Dandy Dave, I will put you on our hold list for shipping. So that way you can add some more to your box. That's what I said. No, Moose Socks. I'm just going to hold his package till he fills it up a bit more. Since he'll be in a small flat rate box and he's got a good amount of room in there to add some more stuff. That way we can save him some money on shipping. All right, last call on everything. Oh, and Moose Socks and Dandy Dave and anybody else here that was new, do you guys want us to be added to the mailing list? Both of the Franklin halves are sold. They both went out. All right, I made a note to add you. Yeah, the only $50 we have left is the Columbian Expo. It's the only $50 left. Which is $14 if you want it. All right, Dandy Dave, I will add you as well. You got enough of those. It's all good. And Dandy Dave, just to make sure that I have the right person, you hail out of Oregon, right? Okay. I was just making sure, because when you sent me the email a while back that had your address and everything, you didn't put your channel name in the email. So I wanted to make sure it was you. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a great night. I will see you guys on Friday for Cheapskate Coin Talk. So until then, everybody have a great night. As always, give me a little bit to get all of the invoices put together and sent out. And I will